Today I'm going to be talking to you a little bit about custom icons for your entities inside of Microsoft Dynamics CRM. So first thing you've got to do is figure out what files you want to be using. So in this case I'm going to be loading in some .ico or the ICO files from the Microsoft SDK. You can actually go out on a Microsoft's website and just search for the CRM 2011 SDK and pull that down. You can see I've just run a quick search here inside the SDK, and I'm showing all the icons that have come back as part of that search. So you could use any of those inside your CRM 2011 system, or if you want to create your own, you can always pull down an ICO designer or something like that you would be able to then load into Dynamics CRM 2011. Once you have those files in place, and you're going to need three of them, you'll need a 16 by 16, a 32 by 32, and a 66 by 48 .ico file that you can put into the system. What you've got to do is go over to System Settings, and then if this is a custom solution that you're modifying for export into a managed solution or something along those lines, this would be the point at which you would choose that custom solution. But if you don't know what that means, or you're not doing that, or you're not sure, I would just select the default solution. So in this case you would click on Customize the Solution. I already happen to have it open, and so it'll show you this screen. So the first thing you're going to have to do is to go into your web resources. In this case I've got my web resources right here, and you can say add a new one. You give that a name, and then you would point out to the file in question. I'm not going to do that, but you get the idea. Whatever you've named your files, and you're going to have to do 3 separate uploads for each .ico file, you can put them in as a web resource. Once you have those files in as a web resource, surf over to whatever entity you're going to adjust. In this case, I'm going to use a custom entity that I built, just called Custom Entity. And when you open that up, don't click on Forms or Views or Charts or anything like that. Once you click on Custom Entity, just like I have here, it's going to bring up an interface for that custom entity. This is a place where you can go and you can make a lot of modifications if you didn't already know that, including turning on things like queues or document management, or showing where this custom entity is going to show up inside your system. So if you wanted to put it in sales or marketing or service, anything like that, you can do that. I always, as a rule, put mine down in settings so that when you go to make adjustments to things, you can get to records there, and it's kind of out of the way. But you may have noticed, if you've got sharp eyes, up here in the modified ribbon we have a button that says update icons. And so from here you can take your 16 by 16, your 32 by 32, and your 66 by 48. Hopefully you remembered what you named those icons. You can simply surf out to your web resource, grab it, point it. When you click OK, then you can publish just right here. If you click Publish, you're only going to publish that entity. You're not going to publish the entire solution. And that could be really handy if sometimes you're working in tandem with another administrator and you don't know what changes they might have that are pending out there. So in order to mitigate that risk, you could just publish the entities for the entity, just publish the changes for the entity that you're working on. So hopefully that's a useful trick. You guys will be able to use that, update all your icons. If you have any comments, concerns, or questions, please leave them below, and I'll look forward to seeing you next time. Thanks so much.